everyone. This is Tom Fox, and I'd like to welcome you to this episode of the FCPA Compliance and Ethics Report. The FCPA Compliance and Ethics Report is sponsored by the Red Flag Group. The Red Flag Group is a business advisory, information services, technology firm that helps clients manage risk areas across 4 key risk areas, including sales and sales channels, includes distributors, resellers, and partners, suppliers, customers, and human capital, which of course includes employees and contractors. You can check out more information on the Red Flag Group at their website, www.redflaggroup.com. Today I am in a series of the 10 Hallmarks of Effective Compliance Program. This is a series I've wanted to do for some time. So this podcast is going to be quite a bit different. It's going to be short, right, 10 minutes or so. And we're going to go into a specific hallmark of the best practices compliance program was articulated by the Department of Justice and Securities and Exchange Commission in the 2012 FCPA Guidance. This series is based upon my seminal work on doing compliance, which is of course entitled Doing Compliance, Design, Create, and Implement an Effective Anti-Corruption Compliance Program. You can check out my book at Compliance Week. You can go to their site, www.complianceweek.com, and then click under Thought Leadership, then in-depth reports, and scroll down. You'll see my books available. So I hope you will check it out. I hope this podcast series might interest you in learning a little bit more about the actual doing of compliance. Hello everyone, this is Tom Fox. I'm back for day 4. Today I'm going to start my series on the 10 Hallmarks series on the 10 program with an effective compliance program, which is a commitment from senior management, 4, which is clearly articulated policy. You really cannot say enough about risk assessment. Top is clearly one of the most ubiquitous phrases in compliance. Since at least 1999, the Department of Justice said that risk assessment meaningless. That measure the likelihood and severity of possible FCPA violations, really the cornerstone of under any compliance program, any compliance regime. The FCPA Guidance itself is very succinct. Bribery States assessment of risk is fundamental to developing a strong compliance program. The Brazilian Clean Companies Act, the New Mexico DOJ, and the SEC will evaluate if you don't have appropriate company's overall commitment from senior management. I think the reason is straightforward. You're not going to have an effective compliance plan for or design an effective compliance program unless you measure the risks. It means that senior management has to should you not only give the overarching or high-level factors you should consider, for instance, include the culture of risk compliance presented by country and industry sector, the business opportunity. But you need to have that reinforce a level of government involvement by middle managers and amount of government regulation and oversight of the business. The exposure that the DOJ and SEC expect senior management to do more than say the Maxwell Technologies actually have DPA to do the right things as well. The DOJ listed 7 areas to be assessed: the geography, FCPA Guidance states business, strong ethical interaction with types and levels of government, strong compliance program, industry sectors adhering to ethical standards, senior managers will inspire middle managers to reinforce these operations. Compliant middle managers oversight will encourage employees to strive to attain these standards throughout the organization. In short, going through compliance with the FCPA. Turn over to the Ministry of Justice in the United Kingdom with the DOJ. Their guidance around will evaluate the UK Bribery Act clearly articulated company standards. Communicated risk, which unambiguous terms adhere to them as employee knowledge and disseminated them throughout the organization. And associated risks. So how are some of the things that employee training and skill set can you do this? And the compliance, you need to have compliance structure or lack of clarity on its policies. And he needs to make that statement under country risk. This could include that statement via high levels of video, is highlighted by video recording. He can make an audio statement. International. He can send out an email index. He needs to could be factors such as the absence of anti-bribery legislation in the company I've ever heard. Country was one time when I described this role to lack of government capacity. CEO of a company, he looked at me and said, "Oh, I'm the ambassador." Business community and where civil society is influenced. Senior management has to be the ambassador. Lack of effective. That means you have to talk about compliance. It could also be simply once a year. A culture which does not punish those who seek bribes. The senior level make other extortionate must continually they suggest looking at the transaction risk
going forward.
This can include,
but remember, it's more than simply
charitable contributions.
Good tone at the top,
and must move licenses and permits
throughout an organization from senior management
high-value
to
projects
to lower
with many contractors or the involvement of intermediaries.
This means that one of the tasks of the company, including any organization,
and then finally,
is to get middle management to respect the stated ethics and values
business partners located in high-risk jurisdictions,
will be communicated down through
with
the
prominent public office holders. What should be the tone or transparency of a third-party process?
Well, this role is critical because the majority of company employees
one other one
work
that
most directly
very
with the middle,
persuasive
rather than
by
the top management, and consequently they're going to take their cues from how middle management responds to a situation,
anti-bribery and corruption.
Further, if middle management is listening to the concern of employees,
this can create not only a dialogue, but it can impact change.
Under company
even
risk,
if your middle management
this would be doing business with a private company with a close shareholder group,
large, diverse, and complex
employees
need to have an outlet to express their
concerns.
An autocratic top
management.
I think most studies will show that compliance issues.
And
almost every whistleblower who goes to the Securities and Exchange Commission
this
or somewhere else outside
be
something along the
took
lines
their
of
concerns
Transparency International,
management,
middle management
first
starting point,
and they were
but there are other ways to look
so
at
it's going to be
a worldwide governance indicators,
clear
global
skill of middle
management to
within sector
listen
risk.
And
is
your
your
organization
sector
should train middle managers to enhance their listening skills
in
the context
a lot
of
licensing
training
permitting required
for
to do business
a manager's toolkit.
Because if you have lots of licenses,
something that
companies should
provide
to
for lots of different government officials.
This can be particularly true of a compliance violation or other.
So obviously, the extractive industries, oil and gas,
discipline,
large infrastructure projects,
that there be
organizational
pharmaceuticals,
justice,
medical device,
healthcare,
and/or financial
in
services.
The context of what's called a fair process
Next,
doctrine.
Lawler suggests you look at transaction risks.
Feel like that their concerns
not only the financial aspects,
but
what
about
high reward
tone at the bottom?
Is it a high reward
Well,
project?
even if you have great tone
are
at the
there
top,
other contractors
or
tone in the middle?
You can't stop there.
One of the greatest
challenges
for the
transaction
practitioner
not to have a clear
is to
impact
objectives.
And finally,
affect the tone
business
at the
partnership
bottom.
risk. To do so, you must engage those at the front
how you're
lines
doing business
through training,
through third parties,
and
transactions
with foreign governments.
Are there a number of
key
consortium
question
partners
is how to
joint
tap
venture
into
partners, and then your relationships
belief
with
system
politically
at the bottom of an
exposed
organization. I think
Next,
the answer is
after
to
you
engage
have
employees in a
assessed,
manner which allows them
taking a look at your risk.
to not
How do you
only
assess those risks?
communicate
but also
really out of
put
here
their
look
collective
to,
experiences
both to,
together so that you
Lawler,
will better understand.
who
Suggests that you combine the scores and analysis
the
obtained
key is
that with other information that's
must
available
not only
to you,
talk the talk
and
of
then
compliance,
create a
but you must
rudimentary
walk the
risk
walk of
ranking,
compliance.
which would allow
And
you to review
it's incumbent
risk indicators,
that you
potential
do so
bribery.
through every
Mike Volkov
level of the
says
organization.
that
how do you get to
do such
use such
into
techniques
each
as
level.
phone or personal
In the middle
interviews
management
is
in many ways the most difficult.
surveys, questionnaires,
Because
review of
their,
historical compliance
middle managers are going to have to
information,
answer
due
to senior
diligence files
management
for third
and they're going to have
parties,
to lead.
information
So
available in mergers and
listening,
acquisition,
at
internal
middle
audits
management,
of key
I
offices.
emphasize that again.
So there's a wide
Middle
variety
managers
of
who've been
how
promoted
you
up
should actually do
often
these
don't have this skill
assessments
because they haven't had to
or
utilize
garner
this
the
skill.
information.
So having a middle
And
managers
finally,
who
how do
listen
you actually
and
evaluate
giving
it?
middle managers
Well,
the
first
tools
thing to remember
to
on
impact
a
and
risk
affect change
assessment
brought about
evaluation
is there is no
it's going to be a
formula
key manner
or no
in which
chart
you
or no
can
table.
communicate
It's really a forced
up and down
ranking
the
of
organization.
the highest risk.
But it all starts
that
at the
you
top.
have. And senior
So,
management must start with the.
You could look
must
at
start with senior
factors
management
or
and
categorize
senior management
factors
must
such as
emphasize
likelihood
that employees
which
will be rewarded
would be
for,
a high likelihood.
or conversely
You can
disciplined
have,
from,
including
not
the existence of written
doing
controls,
business
written
in
policies and
compliance
procedures to help
and
mitigate
in-
risk,
within the company's
leadership
code of conduct,
capability to recognize
anti-corruption
and
compliance
prevent compliance
program,
breakdown,
and the
any near misses, in your training and
ethical
awareness
values
program.
stated by the company.
Your priority
So it goes
factors
up and
are the
down.
product
It's a
of
likelihood.
two-way street of communication.
And the significance
it certainly
ratings
starts
which
with the
reflect
top.
the significance
it has to
of
move through the
particular
middle,
risk
and it
universe.
has to go through the bottom.
It's not
But don't
a
simply
measure of
think
compliance
that
program
because you're at the
effectiveness
bottom,
to compare efforts.
that's where
But
it ends.
it's
Because
communication
comparison
has to go
across
back
the
up
spectrum
through the top.
These
Many
priority
the
rankings
key
prevention
will allow you
controls
then
to
to
prioritize
prioritize
and
by having
deliver
communications
your risk
from
management
employees at the
solution
bottom or those
to
on the front
the
lines
appropriate
who
risk.
see
And
and
as
hear
you go
and
down
know
the
things
scale,
that
corporate
you can deliver a less,
home office don't know.
or excuse me, a more robust
so
risk.
This concludes
my first podcast
scale.
on the 10 hallmarks of an effective compliance program.
Going forward,
I hope you've enjoyed this short recap.
The key, though, is
documentation
of your steps.
Please go to Compliance Week and check out my book, Doing Compliance.
Document your criteria,
design, create, and implement your risk assessment protocol,
compliance program.
Document
a lot more
scoring
system,
tools and techniques that you can use
that as your
roadmap
going forward.
Tone throughout the
because your
organization.
risk assessment.
This is Tom Fox. Thank you very much for listening.
Program.
That's what the Department of Justice really wants to see. If you want more information on how to do a risk assessment, how to assess a risk assessment, some of the things you can look at, I would urge you to check out my book, Doing
this
Compliance,
episode
Design, Create,
Compliance
Implement an Effective and a Focused Compliance Program, which is available through 10 Hallmarks of an Effective website. And check out. If you want more information, I hope you will read my blog post today. This episode correlates to this podcast, so I'm trying to do a written and audio series for everyone. Thank you for listening. If you would like to utilize this episode audio FCPA in any of your netting material, please contact me at tpahallmark.com. If you want more information, I hope you will read my blog post today. Series is based upon correlates to this podcast. So I'm trying to compliance, design, create, and implement audio series for this program. If you would like to utilize this audio compliance week of your training material, please contact me at tfoxlaw.com. This is Tom Fox. I'd like to thank you very much for listening. Also, once again, the series is based upon my textbook or my book, Doing Compliance, Design, Create, and Implement an Effective Compliance Program. And I would urge you to go to Compliance Week and check out my book. If you'd like any more information, I have much more detail in the book. This is Tom Fox. I'd like to thank you very much for listening to this episode.